Hi everyone, this is Kim with Abundant Life Tarot, and we are doing our February Happy Valentine's Day love readings for both couples and singles, astrological signs, all 12. So I am excited to just dive right on in and do this reading for you here. So let's get started. Hi Pisces, I am doing your February love reading for couples and singles. And right now we are looking at the overall energies for February for Pisces, couple or single. What are the overall energies that our Pisces friends will be dealing with or working with in February? What are we working with? Okay. In love, I should say. First card that jumped out was gratitude. Intuition. Nice. So the overall energies that you're working with is gratitude and intuition. So in February, in terms of love, you have a lot to be grateful for, Pisces. I get a sense that even if you're single, you are grateful for the enlightenment that you received from your following your intuition. So maybe something happened that you're no longer with a partner, or perhaps you got a feeling about a date and you chose not to go on that date. And so you're grateful after hearing some news about following your intuition. In turn, if you're in a relationship and you're a Pisces, in February you'll find yourself grateful for your relationship, grateful for, again, following your intuition and letting your intuition guide you. And because it's guiding you, it's bringing in more things in your life to be grateful for. And since this reading is pertaining to love, this would tell me that you're grateful for how intuition is working in your life to bring more love and an abundance of love to your life. Not just the romantic variety of love, but also the kind of love like your siblings or your coworkers or your best friends. So for the month of February, I just get a sense that there's just a flowering, a blossoming well of gratitude for you. And it's all tied into how you follow your intuition. I also get a sense, Pisces, that this is a call for you to be grateful, even in amidst times of struggle this coming month in February. Just remember to look at what you can be grateful for in any given situation, and that will help you stay in the kind of go with the flow energy, vibration that you need to continue to manifest what it is you desire. But I also get a sense that this card is signifying to keep a lookout, be vigilant when you're dating, follow your intuition. You may if you haven't already, like last month or the month before, come into a situation where you really had to rely on your intuition in the dating world or love world. Now is the time to really pay attention to the signs and listen to all of what your body and mind and spirit is telling you about a particular person, and you will not be steered wrong. Okay? Guaranteed. Okay, Spirit, what is the overall energies that Pisces is working with? Pisces single and Pisces coupled. What are they working with in February? And what advice can you give in order to help bring more love into Pisces life? Okay. All right, so we have Two of Pentacles or Two of Shields. And then we have the Tower. Okay. So remember, keep in mind we are discussing love, but occasionally things come up in a love reading that pertains to other areas of your life. Not sure if that's the case here, but I think just as you probably are aware, your love life can be affected by outside influences and inside influences from you. So what we first have up is the Two of Shields. And the Two of Shields, let me zoom in here. Bring it up again. Okay, so just trying to make sure you guys can see it. The Two of Shields tells me that in February, for both coupled and single Pisces, there feels like this sense of having to juggle so many things. So you're wondering, how in the world am I going to be able to bring in a romance into my life? Or for people who are actually already in a relationship, you're wondering, how can I bring more romance into my relationship when I'm juggling so much, when I've got so much in my hands to hold and to deal with? And it's like, I don't know what I'm going to be able to do, but I'm just going to rely on my divine faith, or my, rely on my connection with spirit to help guide me through. You can see like the little, you hear the symbol right there? And so just stay rooted and planted, Pisces, in the knowing that, you're not given any more than you can handle. And if you desire a love life that is moving you, that is stirring your soul and your heart and your body and everything, then it doesn't have to be an either or. It really can be a balance. Yes, some things may take up more of your energy or time, but you know what? That happens in life. Don't beat yourself up if that's the case right now. But don't rule yourself out of love or out of a committed relationship just because you've got a lot of balls in the air that you're trying to juggle. And, this also goes for the couple, Pisces. Just because you've got a lot of balls to juggle in the air doesn't mean that there's no room in your life for romance. In fact, with the Pentacles, it tells me that, you will be, at some point you'll realize this. It'll just click. Even though I'm telling you this now in the reading, it may not click just yet because you're not experiencing February yet. But in time, you will be experiencing this moment where you're like, God, I really just want a connection, a deeper connection with my partner, or I want a relationship. But I just don't even know how I can even get it. Don't worry about the how. Worry about the what. Okay? Focus on the kind of partner you wish to manifest. So you would write down those traits and attributes, put it on a list, and periodically look at it. You don't have to look at it every day unless it gives you peace. If you're in a relationship, write down the desired outcomes of that relationship, the desired traits of that relationship, of your partner, of you in the relationship. How do you want to feel in it? So you focus on the what and allow the universe and spirit to focus on how to get you there. But, you're going to have to be open and flexible with that, and understanding and patient with yourself and patient with the universe that, it'll unfold the way it needs to, provided you give the environment, the best environment possible for your love to come to you. And then we have the Tower. The Tower usually is it's a major arcana. So it's an influence that really cannot be changed per se. It's not fixed per se, but it's definitely a lot harder to shift. And normally when we see the Tower, it's, a lightning strike, and then that lightning strike is causing the Tower to fall down. And things in February may appear to be falling down in terms of your love life. But in fact, when the Tower comes down, and you see here the waves are just exploding. It's a stormy night. Things are dark. The emotions are raw. Things are tumbling around and not as they will ever can be again. That could be happening in your love life. Many of you may have faced a gnarly breakup, right? And now you're dealing with this Tower moment where, once it shifts. Everything that once was is no longer. So, but that's a blessed thing. It may not feel so blessed in the moments that you're going through that transformation and change, but I'm telling you that it is a blessing because, you know, when the tower is struck by lightning, the lightning burns down what's the remainder of the tower of what was and leaves room for something better to be built. So this could mean an actual breakup with someone in the month of February. This could mean, you know, perhaps someone in the relationship that you're dealing with losing their job. But then that allows more time for you and your partner to reconnect again. Maybe it's you who loses the job and now you have more time to focus on your dating. So hopefully, it's, you know, sometimes these things look bad in the beginning when a tower card comes up, but in the end, it's not really bad. And in the end, if it was like, for example, a partner or you losing a job, and that of course impacts your love life. Yeah, it could temporarily impact your love life, but in the greater scheme of things or grand scheme of things, you'd find a better job. Maybe it pays a little bit better, or maybe it has better hours. Maybe it doesn't pay better, but now you are able to have more time to date. Now you have more time to socialize. Now you have more time to connect with your partner if you're in a relationship. So the tower can be scary when you're going through the moment, but when you get on the other side of the tower, it promises for a new experience to be birthed. So that's how you can look at it and harness it for a good thing in February. Okay, so I want to kind of do a quick recap because I realized that my mic may have not been on when I was going over these cards. So before I even move on, I just want to kind of reiterate and also just advise that the prior point when I was going over these cards and these cards, if you can't hear it, I apologize. Please just crank it up. I will try on the editing side to get it to be as loud as we can on these segments. But I apologize, Pisces friends. So from here on out, you should be able to hear it clearly. I just want to say that in February, for both coupled and single, you will be in a great sense of gratitude because there's going to be some things coming out in February for you to pay attention with your intuition. Or perhaps your intuition guided you away from a kind of interesting date or someone not suitable for you, and you're grateful. Or perhaps you're grateful because you relied on your intuition to navigate some difficult situations that are arising in February with your partner. But nevertheless, these are the overarching energies that you will be working with in February. Then we have, when I ask about just the overall general energies through tarot, we have the Two of Shields and we have the Tower. And the Two of Shields shows our single folks and our couple people trying to balance bringing in love, more romance into their life with all the balls in the air that they have to juggle. And I advise that you need to stay grounded, rooted. The Pentacles is an earthy suit, and it is grounded. So stay grounded in the knowing of what it is that you really want. And when you get clear on it, the universe is able to manifest it. And I hope that you guys can hear the prior part of the discussions on the video. Let's see. And then the Tower, there's going to be something that happens in February, something that transforms either a relationship you're in, maybe a breakup, maybe a makeup, maybe a breakup and makeup, or it could be someone in the relationship losing their job, or you yourself losing the job if you're in a relationship or not. But it's going to free up time to allow for more romance or the ability to date and have fun. So just wanted to throw that out there in case the recording was not very clear. And I guess you can't just, I mean, it's kind of fun to kind of hear the messages a little bit in another way. So let's move on. So I want to look at some outside influences that could be affecting our Pisces friends and affecting their love life. Outside or inside influences or factors affecting Pisces. Coupled or single. Jumping cards would be great. Oh, and of course I get one. Do I get any others? Oh, I do. Okay. So I'm just going to somehow try to not choke myself. All right. There we go. Nice. Or the Tower moment could be retirement. This is the first card that jumped. Although this is retirement in like probably a job sense, but retirement for some of us are able to retire early. Some of us are retiring on time. And that definitely affects your relationship. You now have more time to spend with your partner. Or if your partner's still working, well, you may not have a lot of time still with your partner, but you'll have more time for hobbies and other interests, which will make you much more grateful to be in life with this new way of being versus just being a worker. Now you are a hobbyist, if you will, and you'll share that with your partner, which is interesting. We'll look at the guidebook for a little more guidance from that card. And then we have changing your mind. And I like this card that jumped because it deals with the intuition energies that's going on. And it also deals with the Two of Shields, really, because, you're allowed to change your mind at any point. And if your intuition is telling you something about someone that you may be potentially dating or someone you're even in a relationship with, listen to it and make a decision based on the intuition or the intuition information you're receiving. Okay. You are able to change your mind at any given point. So let's look at retirement because I'm just kind of curious. Okay. This card indicates a change in your work schedule, just like I mentioned, most likely related to reducing your hours of employment. This may or may not be voluntary on your part. Retirement is a big change in your daily routine and your identity. Whether this transition is something you planned for or not, you'll now be focusing on how to spend your freed up hours, as well as accompanying financial changes. I swear I can't make this stuff up. It's so creepy sometimes how this happens. You receive this card as acknowledgement. As well as accompanying financial changes. You received this card as acknowledgement of your shifting schedule and budget, and also as an encouragement that with planning, self-honesty, and the input of experts such as financial advisors or counselors, you will enjoy a beautiful retirement. Additional meanings, the retirement of a parent or a loved one. That could definitely impact the love relationship. Perhaps some of you Pisces who are in the sandwich generation, meaning you've got children living at home, and now you may be faced with retiring parents who are also not really able to take care of themselves. So they may have to come and live with you, and that can impact your marriage or your relationship with your partner. Or this, even if this is someone who is single and not in a relationship and you have a parent needing to come back, you may initially feel like, God, I have to balance so much. Their change, their outside influence is impacting me. And how am I going to be able to date and have privacy when my parents are living at home? But Pisces, don't you worry about that, because if there's a will, there's a way. Okay. So let's see. What other additional meanings? A change of employment, an opportunity to pursue your dreams, making the best of your time, getting some rest, taking a meaningful vacation to a place you've always dreamed about. So all of those things could be in the energies for Pisces for February. Then we go to changing your mind. This card means that you've changed your mind about a previous decision and you're struggling with the possible repercussions. Maybe you've worried about what other people may think, or whether you or another will suffer consequences due to your second thoughts. You know more now than when you made your original decision. Perhaps you could have uncovered this information with a little more investigation. Nonetheless, the circumstances unfolded as they did for a higher purpose. Learn from your former actions so that in the future, you take your time doing research prior to making decisions. In the meantime, know that changing one's mind is an option for us all. Additional meanings: leaving a relationship. We mentioned that about the Tower. Regretting a purchase. Quitting a job. Tower. Deciding not to accept an hour. I'm thinking about sleep. Deciding not to accept an offer. Staying home rather than attending an event. And again, if your intuition's telling you something about not going out with someone, listen to it. You rather have been in a place of regretting, oh, that's too bad, sounds like you guys have fun, than going and then something tragic happens, for example. Not to wish anyone any bad will or ill will, but I'm just saying those, sometimes if your intuition is just telling you something, listen to it and don't question it necessarily. And that's how you hone that and flex that intuition muscle. Okay. Right. So we are looking at Pisces overall sexual sensual energies for the month of February. For single and coupled up Pisces, what is your sex life looking like? Okay, nice. Well, kind of nice. We have the Four of Cups. And then we have the Lovers. Oh, I love that. Okay, so the Four of Cups, when I think about the Four of Cups, so right here they're showing this card as if it's like the Five of Cups in most traditional decks. So I'm going to just go with what my intuition's telling me here. And you see it's wine, or it could be blood, but it looks like it's spilled wine. And she is not content with where her perhaps sexual relationship is at in the beginning part of February. This person, he or she. And they've been focusing on what wasn't working in a relationship, or focusing on a relationship that went bad, but not focusing on what is good and standing right there beside them. Right there where she cannot, it's just right there, but she cannot see it because she's so focused on what did not work. And this is what you're asked to do by Spirit is, if you want a sensual sexual connection with someone, don't focus. Let's say this is for the folks who are in a relationship. Don't focus so much on what your partner isn't giving you. Focus on what they are able to give you. Build that up. And then that'll minimize kind of like what you aren't liking or appreciating as much. And for our single ones, again, it's like, look at your perspective, because if your perspective is looking at, wow, my love life is like not where I want it to be, and all you're focusing on how it's not where you want it to be, you're not spending any energy on creating the kind of relationship you want by maybe writing it down or doing a vision board to honor it and to put some energy towards it. You're not probably putting yourself out there to date. You're not really looking at it with the eyes of, this past relationship didn't work out, but I learned a lot about myself. I learned about listening to my intuition with that relationship. So I'm excited for the next one to come along. And just that little subtle shift is what will help manifest and bring about the love that you want. Just that shift in your perception of how you're receiving your love life, your sex life, is going to change it. And you guys, Pisces, are super smart folk, and I love you for your loving generosity. So because of that, and Spirit wanting to, keep things in a karmic kind of way, you bring forth probably from February on forward till the end of February, a season, a major arcana season of the Lovers, of connection. If you're not in a relationship, Pisces, This is saying, look out. There's very much someone on their way or in your peripheral, and you just don't see them yet. And this person's going to blow your mind because this is a major arcana. And, you know, I just get a sense that the love is coming your way. And there's a greater sense of self-love that comes for the Pisces, single and in relationships in February. I just see self-love being big, where you're honoring your feelings, yourself, you're forgiving yourself, you're forgiving, you know, others. It's just a great time for love. You're connecting with family members. Love is in the air for Pisces. But initially you're going to have to look at your perceptions and be blessed by what you got. And in terms of this, I just get that you will, whomever you land your sights on, even if you're single, there's going to be some intense chemistry. You're going to almost feel like a soulmate kind of chemistry with someone. For those who still don't see anyone in sight, just trust that everything you're doing, putting out there in the universe, all your efforts are not for naught. They are actually creating a path for your partner to come to you. But you got to still do the steps. You can't be sitting on your couch every day, not writing, not journaling, not going out for the day and putting yourself out there and hoping that your partner will just knock on your door and come on in. Sure, that's happened for people, but majority of folk have to do a couple of action steps so the universe can hasten your partner to you. Okay? I speak a lot about law of attraction because that is my first school of thought that I learned from for decades even at this point. I just recently, within the last 10 years, called it law of attraction. But this is why I like doing tarot, to allow me to tell people how to, or guide people how to manifest the love that they want. Is through these readings, but also through my knowledge of law of attraction. So just a little blurb on that. All right, so now we're looking at Pisces. Love advice for February for couples and singles. Okay. Okay, so we've got finances and career. Financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. And that's no surprise, right? Because when I looked at the Tower, when I looked at the Two of Shields, I just got a sense that this is related, and then also retirement, that this is all tied into it. So we're going to listen or read the guidebook and see what's being said there. Unrequited love. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. We'll see what that's about. And maybe this is speaking to this Four of Cups energy here. And that you need to stop focusing on what's over here and choose up and focus on what really is on the other side. And let go of control issues. Allow the situation to unfold naturally. So let's just take a quick look at the finances and career in this guidebook. Let's see. Money and love have historically been linked, and this card points to this correlation. The romance angels want to disentangle you from financial or career pressures so you may enjoy every aspect of your life, including romance. While work can be a source of heart-opening satisfaction, it must be balanced with other facets of love, such as playfulness and laughter. You receive this card because you benefit from an infusion of such lightheartedness. Call upon the angels to elevate your mood, energy levels, finances, career, and anything else that will bring you peace. And so, like we've discussed earlier, how the finances and career is definitely impacting the relationship. You've got to, if you got to schedule in time with your partner in order to get that time in. If you guys got to schedule in making dinner together just to be able to have some downtime to talk and connect, you got to do what you have to do. But this also could be pertaining to some people being laid off, some people getting their hours cut, some people retiring, some people quitting, and some people being fired. But it's going to, I get a sense, it will, yeah, it may be adverse to your career per se, but to your love life, it may be the blessing that you needed to get things back on track. Then we have unrequited love. Okay. The person you're inquiring about has many qualities that you find attractive. However, there's not enough mutual attraction to create the passion you're seeking. This relationship is more like a cat and mouse chase, with one partner continually retreating and disappearing. Neither person enjoys this imbalance, and lack of chemistry is the reason. You may both share genuine love, which in itself can be a foundation for a long-term relationship. This card comes to you simply to help you understand the missing component, which you both can sense. Every relationship is a synergy of blended energies. You can't completely control the attraction factor, but you can override and steer it. Sometimes painful childhood experiences can draw you to unhealthy relationships as you recreate the original situation in an attempt to heal. You can ask the angels for guidance to help you elevate your spiritual frequencies so that you attract a partner of a similar nature. You deserve to be in a relationship of mutual appreciation and attraction. So it's worth your time and effort to manifest one with these qualities. So again, don't focus so much on homegirl or dude who broke your heart or is constantly breaking your heart. Maybe you're in that one of those round and round cycles. I was with this guy. Oh my God, it was awful. Just round and around. Me being the cat, him being the mouse. And it kind of tainted my subsequent relationships. But with my husband, who I'm married to now, I promised myself that I would not allow that cat and mouse relationship to color the experience I have with my husband. And so far, and it's been several years, it hasn't. But I can relate to this experience of unrequited love. It's not fun, and you don't deserve it. You deserve passionate connections. So maybe the person who is you're leaning on, for example, maybe they're, the person that you really should be focusing on, not the one that's broken your heart over here. And then it says, let go of control issues. Okay, the romance angels have heard your prayers about your love life. Now it's up to you to allow their help to manifest by stepping out of their way. By trying to control other people or external circumstances, you'll only frustrate yourself and slow down your answered prayer. There are plenty of times in life that can call for you to take charge, but this isn't one of them. Of course, it's fine to have your preferences, practice visualizations, and hold intentions. Definitely ask the angels for your desires, of course. This card is a reminder, however, that your prayer may be answered differently from what you had in mind. Be open to all possibilities and trust in God's infinite wisdom and compassionate love. Control issues are based upon fears that others, including God, won't live up to your expectations. This is also called, quote-unquote, outlining, where you hand the universe a script of how you want it and everyone to behave. Outlining could cause you to overlook an even more beautiful way in which your prayers may be answered. So, please call upon the romance angels to elevate your levels of trust so that you can enjoy the creative avenues by which true love comes to you. Wow, it's beautiful. And I know you want to control everything about your love life, but some things just need to unfold in its own natural course. Okay, let's look at the healing advice. What area in Pisces life needs to be healed and how can it be healed for our Pisces friends. Interesting. Rejection. And it's still, yeah, that's interesting. 13. Let's see what the Heal Yourself reading cards have to say about rejection. Use rejection to grow, expand, and build yourself. Feeling rejected can disconnect you from your heart and soul and immobilize you. Rather than buying into rejection, focus on how you can grow, learn, and improve from your experiences. If you're a writer and you sent your articles or a book to a publisher and they have rejected it, then try to hone your writing skills and then send your work out to several other publishers. Use that rejection as a motivating force to succeed. If a person that you have feelings for or felt a deep love towards has rejected you, then work on healing your heart and recognizing that there is someone out there who is more suited for you. Many people use rejection as an excuse to close down, become suspicious, guarded, and give up. Then they hurt and reject others. They hide behind rejection and never give themselves an opportunity to take a leap of faith and find their life calling and heal. By picking this card, you are being urged to hold yourself in a higher regard. Keep your heart open and trust that you have learned from your experiences and will not make the same mistakes again. Now, I don't normally read the action steps from this guidebook because I want people to get the deck in the guidebook if they so choose to, and to do the action steps, and also for time's sake. But I feel the call to read it to you, Pisces. Take a pen and paper. On one side of the paper, write down what you are afraid of, especially in terms of being rejected. On the other side, record how you can use rejection to succeed. Then take action with confidence that rejection can be your friend. It really can be. And you have to understand that part of dating, rejection comes with dating. You have to put yourself out there. And yes, it's risky to put yourself out there, but it's absolutely necessary if you're going to find the partner of your dreams, but use the rejection as an information source, right? Now you can get clear on what you don't want in a partner. Now you're clear on what you don't want a relationship to be like. Now you're clear on what you do want. Most importantly is what you do want. Wow. Okay, so finally we're going to close with some parting words for our Pisces friends for February. Spirit, what final words do you wish to say? Okay, nice. First card that jumped was Patience. Second card that jumped, Love. Clearly we see what's going on here. Spirit, I love how Spirit uses the cards with me on this. Patience with love. Having patience surrounding love. Patience equals love. Patience arrives to love. Have patience. And all of that is just saying, for those who are in a relationship, have patience with your partner. Have patience with yourself. Have patience and follow your intuition on how you can connect better and more deeply with your partner. And in turn, when you have patience, when you don't snap at your partner, when something comes up, love abounds, love blossoms like these roses, love grows, and that's what you want. And for our single Pisces, this is, I think, really also speaking to you all. This is Spirit directly saying to you, my dears, please have patience. Please know that I am sending love your way. You're looking out here. Love is coming your way. But you just need to keep these emotions in check. You see the water back there? That deals with the emotional energies, if you will. keep that just like she is. She's patiently sitting here. Her emotions, which is demonstrated in the ease of the waters, it's not turbulent whatsoever. That symbolizes she's not tripping if her love hasn't shown up yet. She knows it's coming. She is patiently waiting. It's a beautiful, beautiful message. And it's telling too, it ties up the February reading for Pisces nicely, because it's saying, look, your love life may not be how you want it to be right now as you see it, but keep doing the work. Keep getting clear about what you do want in a relationship. We spend so much time thinking about what we don't want in life that we hardly spend the amount of that time focusing on what we do want. And so that'll busy you up right then and there and help you be patient as your love is marching in, coming in by the basketful. All right, my Pisces friends, I send you all much love and so many blessings. Take care, and until the next video. Oh, and let me say thank you. Thank you for watching. And until the next video, bye.